Hey there, Jillian speaking, and today I once again have another speed paint. Except this time I won't be rambling because I actually have things planned. Also, if you hear a dog barking in the background of this recording, I very much apologize because my neighbor's dog does not know how to shut its mouth. Also, I wrote this script at 4 in the morning, so woohoo! First things first, happy spooky month! It's finally October, which means in the northern hemisphere it's fall, but if you live in Southern California, it's still basically summer. So we basically get to suffer when everyone else gets to bundle up in blankets and watch the leaves turn orange and have a nice time staying indoors or baking things. And for us, you could probably go outside in a tank top and sandals and it would be considered normal. Anyhow, enough about the weather. It's getting closer and closer to Halloween. If you celebrate, I hope you stay safe and have lots of fun. If you don't celebrate, then have a great October 31st. I know for me, Halloween has always been a pretty fun holiday. I would always look forward to trick-or-treating and picking out the perfect costume. I remember once I wore a Zuzu pet onesie as a costume. Oh my gosh, who remembers Zuzu pets? Well, another part of Halloween that most artists are familiar with is Inktober. I'll be honest, I've pretty much fallen off the prompt list. Some people like this year's ideas, but I just can't get any motivation from them. Like, armadillo? What am I even gonna do for armadillo? On the other hand, I really like Portable Moose's Halloween prompt list. I've been trying to follow up with it, and I've been trying to catch back up with it, but sometimes a bad week just makes you want to relax and not have to work on anything too important. Also, it makes you not want to record. So I may have pushed this to last minute, and now everything is noisy. So I'm praying that I can scrape this audio together. But I have been working on some random art pieces, such as the piece in the speed paint, which kinda sucks, but I've also been doing some random fan arts and doodles that I actually do like. The funny thing is, outside of Halloween prompts, the only art I've been doing is drawings of CinnamonVA. That's just mostly what it's been. Which isn't a lot, but I haven't been drawing a lot outside of the prompts. But I highly recommend checking him out on YouTube and Twitch. I think I'll just toss his links down in the description just to make things easier because people are lazy and they don't want to type things into the search bar, they'd rather click a link. But he plays games, makes covers and music, and writes audio roleplays, one of which I'll be in the future. The audio I'll have some lines in won't be Halloween themed, but it does seem pretty interesting from the sneak peeks I've gotten. And on the topic of audios, I was debating possibly doing my own audios mixed in with my random art things such as this. I also have other possible plans, but I'll keep that for more of a surprise. Okay, I'll go to a different topic, but I feel like one of the most debatable things about Halloween is how old is too old to go trick-or-treating. According to Google, it's between 12 and 16 years old, but other sources state that you can go door-to-door at 20 as long as you have a costume? Very inconsistent. But speaking of trick-or-treating, one year my younger sister and I went trick-or-treating with my friend and her younger brother, and our group with our parents were walking around the neighborhood in our costumes, and at one door there was a really little kid helping his mom hand out candy. I know that's kind of a common thing people do with like their super little kids. Maybe they took them trick-or-treating earlier in the day, or maybe they just don't want to go trick-or-treating because they think it's not safe. But there was a really little boy in the doorway, And I should probably mention that for this specific year, I had put together a Rambo costume last minute, which is really ironic because I'm pretty short. But when our little group walked up to the door and said trick or treat, the little boy excitedly gave us each a piece of candy. But when we all thanked him and turned around to leave the front porch, he shouted, he went, "Wait, that's the one guy from the... And he started pointing at me rapidly. So I turned around and I gave him a quick little hand motion since he couldn't see my smile under the mask that I made before I completely walked off. But I was so happy to see how excited he was to see me. But I was a little shocked that he mistook me for a guy. But you know, it's all good. But it was really sweet to see him get excited, and someone actually recognized the costume. I remember I had walked around in the costume and people would shout, "Oh my gosh, it's Rambo!" I'm like, no, it's not. I'm way too short and not that skilled. But I originally planned the script to end here. When I had planned things, I thought, oh man, this is gonna be way too long of a script. And looking at the recording time, this is 6.5 minutes, so it's not as long as I was expecting. But I think I've possibly rambled on enough to make this okay. Even though I had set some guidelines for myself, I still have no clue how long this recording will be. Yeah, script Jillian, you did not do a good job. Hopefully it wasn't too long. No, it isn't too long, Jillian. I'm arguing with my own script here, I'm sorry. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate people listening to my nonsense or even clicking on. It really does mean a lot to me, and hopefully next time I'll be more prepared and I might have more different stuff planned other than just these 2 speed paints that I've put out. So hopefully maybe I'll get those set up. I'm still getting used to my new microphone. Hopefully it sounds alright. Hopefully the dog in the background is not a pain. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to take care of yourself. Bye bye!